Sorry for keeping you guys waiting. Really not sorry, man. I don't know where to start. Um, it's been a pretty hectic couple of weeks in boxing, right? Yes, I can consider myself a YouTube expert on Rocky Fielding. I've watched and covered a lot of his fights. A good portion of them on YouTube. So, of course, this is the time where I'm going to tell you that, hey, listen, Rocky Fielding is likely underestimated by, it's cold as shit down here. No bullshit. He's, underestimated by boxing fans. Because I understand that on Saturdays, around 4 to 6, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're not in the house watching Rocky Fielding fights. I understand. However, I've covered it all live here on YouTube. Those videos are here. I didn't have the digital shit. I didn't have the chat and the screen, the ticker, all this. I didn't have none of it. It just was me. So my theory is this. Canelo's best bet is to move and dance circles around Rocky Fielding and try not to, how can I say, hold his ground. He don't want to take that chance in the middle of the ring with Rocky Fielding. Now, yes, he's faster than him. But what if his punching power doesn't carry up? A lot of people forget that when it comes to weight classes, your punching power doesn't always go up with you. I'm still questionable. I still have questions of Canelo's punching power at 160 pounds. Just like we know Miguel Cotto's power at 154 pounds was questionable, right? I think that would be in Rocky Fielding's best interest is to go right at Canelo, be a tank, right at him, walk him down, straight walk him down. I know what you're thinking. Canelo just going to punch him in the stomach and punch him in the body, knock him out. Going to punch you right in the stomach. I know. Because Rocky Fielding's here. Let's go look at a clip. Let me pull up a clip for you. He's got to walk Canelo down, right? I mean, let's give the benefit of the doubt, because don't be one of those foolish boxing fans that don't give fighters a fair shake because you don't want to go do the proper research. October 4th. That's a crazy name. Thanks for the coverage today, man. Loving the live boxing talk from your channel, brother. I'm looking forward to this fight. Yeah, man, I'm hyped. It's a very, very good undercard. Really good undercard. Really good undercard. So I'm looking at the fact that not skill wise, he's not better. He's not a more skillful fighter than Canelo, but he could use a similar tactic to. There is a rehydration clause though, but that still means he can come into the ring at 178 pounds. No, there's a rehydration clause, 10 pounds if I'm correct, right? I wanted to ask it on a media call, but you know, a lot of times in those media calls, which we stream all media calls now, by the way, in high quality. So I'm working on a way, because the program I'm using now, basically, I can stream the media calls, but I would have to remove something, like unplug some shit from my microphone to work to ask questions. So I got to do it. I'm figuring it out. The next media call, the next media call we're going to have is likely going to be the Charlos. And then you got Pacquiao will have one. Broner will have one. Yeah. So the Charlos have a media call coming up soon. But moving on. He don't want to box Canelo. I mean, he don't want to sit in the middle of the ring, right? He don't want Rocky Chavez Jr. That's what he don't want to be. He don't want to be sitting there trying to figure out Canelo and look for one shot. He's got to go out there and go out on the shield. He's going to go out there, try to walk Canelo down, bully him, use the side because he's humongous. He's 6'3". Canelo's 5'7", and he's listed at 5'9", but that motherfucker ain't no 5'9". Canelo 5'7". Right? So Canelo's going to have to be punching up significantly higher than he used to. Remember, for Wilder's power Only be alive. For Wilder's power to have carried up, I mean, not to be significant in the fight against Fury. Fury was dipping too low and shit. Fighting a guy with tremendous punching power like that, in my opinion, you want to keep your height as tall as possible. So all that dipping and everything, yeah, it looked cool, and it did him justice. But in the case of Rocky Fielding, he don't do all that. So therefore, Canelo is going to be focusing on the body a lot. And to go to the top, I'm interested to see how he's going to be able to. Canelo's straight right hand is crazy. And he used to be able to, Canelo will be off balance, punching off. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Something like that he's going to be off balance a little bit. So it's not the skill level of Rocky Fielding. It's the size, of Rocky Fielding that makes this fight interesting. And also, this is Canelo testing the waters at 168 pounds to see if they can go up and probably win titles there too. So the body's going to be open all day. But a lot of times we've seen time and time again where fighters lose, where we think, and you know what they say, we're not no motherfucking boxers and all that, but don't get it twisted. T-Street got hands. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I have hands anymore because they haven't been tested. But however, I can say I got some hands. But the thing is, you know what the saying is, if you haven't been in the ring before, I have. I was undisciplined. A lot of people ask me all the time. Let me get this out of the way. One day I'm going to tell a long-ass story about it. I told the story a few times, but they were mixed in streams like this. People ask me, T-Street, have you ever boxed? Have you ever been in the ring? Yes. I lacked discipline. I was a head case when I was younger. So I was the type of motherfucker, if I was losing the fight or losing sparring, I'll punch you in the balls and shit. Stall all this bullshit in the gym. People didn't want me around. So I was one of them dudes. Like I was young. So, and then this was after I tried to take up karate and shit. Cause motherfuckers, when you a kid, you want to do karate first before you do anything. So then I went into boxing, I didn't have no discipline. I had no discipline. So I would end up eventually getting knocked the fuck out, right? But however, my style and my hand speed that has been untested for several years now, I still think I'm significantly better than the average motherfucker out here. But some piss. Nah. Shout out to HBO, man. I'm gonna miss him. But no, this is cold brewed iced tea with ginger root powder and lemon. So I've been like cleansing my system and shit like that. Look like that Marquez piss though, right? Looks like that Marquez piss. But what was I saying, man? That made me lose my train of thought. What was I saying? Damn. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh. We've seen time and time again that people make predictions based off of a variety of different things. Now, let me put this out there because I know a lot of people misquote me, or just in reality and in life alone, people always misinterpret things, especially, if you don't go into full detail, which you can't do all the time. There's nothing wrong with supporting your race. Argentine fighters support Argentine fighters. Mexican fighters support Mexican fighters. Polish fighters support Polish fighters, and they want them to win. But you rarely see them say they want them to win because they're Polish. Like, I want him to win because they always robbing the Polish man. They always robbing the Irish man. They always, you see what I'm saying? But yet, when it comes to, black boxers, it's like if some shit happens, they always robbing the black man. You don't, like, it's just like, So I guess the point I'm trying to make is you have to watch the fights. You have to look at the fighters' makeups of what they do inside the ring and base your shit off of that. I've been covering Tyson Fury for 8 years on YouTube. 7 years. I started in 2011 covering Tyson Fury. I knew this motherfucker had skills. Years. I've been covering him. I've been covering Deontay Wilder, as I said last night, for years. So for me to see them come together on this big stage, and that was one of the reasons why I was really so upset that they denied us credentials, even though I wasn't going to go myself, is because we put all that like groundwork in from years ago covering these fighters, you know? So I do feel Rocky Fielding has a good chance to beat Canelo. However, what is he going to go out there and try to do? If he goes out there and he in the middle of the ring and he trying to motherfucking box, he going to get his ass lit up. Canelo going to be too fast for him. He probably going to get knocked out, and Canelo going to get too comfortable. He got to run out to the middle of that ring and, you know, get all in Canelo's shit. Right? How? Look, let's talk about it. How? Now you understand, right? Now let's talk about the intangibles, like it was pointed out earlier by Ken, how Canelo could have some balance issues when trying to shoot those shots upstairs with the height. Let's go look at some Rocky Fielding stuff. He doesn't fight low, but however, he's got the high guard, which will leave the body open. I hate when people do that, but I understand why he did it. I can find better highlights. You know what? Nah, we don't want to look at highlights. We want to look at like some, not highlights. See, highlights can get people all fucked up. We want to look at some regular in-the-ring action of how Rocky Fielding moves around the ring. You dig me? Some shit like that. So we got to go to... It's cold as shit. It's cold as a motherfucker in here, yo. I want to show you what I'm talking about. In fact, let me do this real quick, man, because a lot of times these people be on some shit. Like, they be ass backwards sometimes. Here, let me do this. Let me do this real quick, all right? Give me, like, 1 minute, because we got to make sure this is red. We got to make sure this is red, okay? So I want you to understand why I'm doing this. We got to make sure this is red. All right? I'll be right back. Not even 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And then we're going to talk about Rocky Fielding. But make sure you read this. Read this. Read it. Read it. All right, we're back. So what we're going to do now, predictions. Now, obviously, Canelo is the favorite to win. But what we need to do is we need to start holding people accountable for their predictions, right? Should we still ego shit? Should we have a hot seat? And then if y'all say some dumb shit, like we should have a hot seat and give you like the hottest seat ever. What's his hot seat? I heard it's like 10 seconds. What's his hot seat? Is it like 10 seconds? We need to hold y'all accountable. We're nothing without accountability in life. Here. Who want to go in the hot seat? You want to go in the hot seat, PD? We should put you in the hot seat. What is this? So what I'm showing you is this. The point we're trying to prove is, I guess we should pull up the Canelo height difference, right? Damn it. Canelo's 5'7". Fielding is 6'3". You see the difference? He doesn't fight short. Obviously, the body's going to be open.
At all times, obey my commands at all times. God bless you both. Trump's here.
And if you're just waiting, then it's not.
Right there, open. Hey, what's going on? What are they doing? You trying to censor me? Yikes, there's a server error. What server error? I demand answers. I'll send you an email.
Okay, gentlemen, we went...
Touch smoother than this, but that could be deliberate, of course.
Yeah, landed a nice right hand there. I think maybe he's struggling with the height of Fielding. You know.
Oh, they being assholes today. They don't want us to win. Why doesn't it? You know, did y'all notice I've been having a lot of issues the last couple of weeks? Why don't nobody want us to win?
Okay, gentlemen.
I'm just trying to show some damn highlights to promote the sport.
Been Fielding in this round so far.
I guess what I'm saying is, since this shit want to be acting up, is I don't think Canelo should risk trying to like look like a boss at 168 pounds and stay in the pocket with Fielding because he's too big. Also, Canelo does not want to be on the ropes. Canelo doesn't want to be on the ropes. They own me. Nah, now you make me want to make sure we get it. Now you make me want to make sure they're not. Let me see. Who's this? Will this one stop? See, we're not looking for key highlights. We're looking like I want you to see the movement of Rocky. And imagine you know what Canelo's going to be doing or trying to do standing there in front of him.
At that loss against Callum Smith, he was undefeated up till then, and he was on a bit of a crest of a wave. You know, that he would have took that bat. It was a first-round knockout, but he's really rebuilt well since then. He had a great performance over John Ryder. He had a tough fight with Rabras, but it was a good win, and then he banged out David Brophy in a round, which would have really shot his confidence up. He's really settled into training well with Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis, so I think it's come at a really good time for Rocky Fielding.
And Zoiga just trying to pile in with the right hand there. Before that, there was a decent combination from Fielding at that kind of mid-three.
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Damn, we're just going to talk about Canelo's next opponent before we talking about Rocky Fielding. We can't overlook Rocky Fielding. He can't be overlooked. We got to take our hat off to him. Here, let's go look at the knockout. See how aggressive he got.
at the end of that fourth round as he sat down on the stool and was really sucking the air in.
Yeah, real positive side.
Now, at this point in time in the fight, you had to think that Rocky Fielding probably had a lot of jitters, right? He probably had a lot of jitters. And I noticed that eventually he noticed that Zuj couldn't hurt him instead of walking him down.
See if Rocky Fielding landed a nice left uppercut there, but back comes Zoiga.
Zoiga with the right hand there. And Fielding backs him up to the ropes. Fielding just digging at short range, finding just enough room to get those long levers free. A bit of tape training from the wrist there of Zoiga, and we'll get that.
So he's about, well, I'm going to let you see it. I'm going to let you see it.
Minute in to the fifth round. Fielding's brought a fairly...
Now, you notice, like you saw defensively, Canelo's going to exploit this. Hold up. Let me see if I can get the right clip. Look, you can't really see it, but it's open. This is his defense right here. But this could suit him if he don't get knocked out to the body.
So a minute in to the fifth round. Fielding's brought a fairly healthy contingent from Liverpool to support him. They've been here most of the week. Zoiga standing in front of him. Fires off a volley of punches. Good left hand on the inside there from Fielding.
Yep, good left hook there, short left hook.
And again, he just looks to push Zoiga back onto the ropes. The German square to
now,
the ropes.
Now, what Canelo fight does that remind you of? Canelo versus Liam Smith. Remember, Liam Smith was doing some good work on the inside against Canelo, but his body didn't hold up, right? Here, I'm going to pull it up over here. His body didn't hold up. What if his power don't carry up, meaning Canelo? Here, let's go watch it. Thank God thank God it's Golden Boy. Golden Boy is real cool with their shit. We can go full screen for this one. But I don't want to like show you obviously the fight, but I want to show you something that if Rocky Fielding is able to get Canelo on the ropes, he should be focusing on pushing Canelo to the ropes. Canelo's going to be too fast for him in the middle of the ring. Let me see. Let's see if we can find a round. Here, let's go full screen. Punch placement is very crazy. It's very accurate. Let me see if I can find.
Those body shots add up.
You better believe it, Max.
Brilliant left hook.
Alvarez trying to set Smith up for the kill, and Smith trying to reverse the fight again.
And that's what I like to see. A guy is likely to be knocked out. He's been knocked down, beaten up. Throw caution.
So, I guess what I'm saying is, defensively, Liam Smith and Rocky Fielding are essentially the same fighter defensively. Do y'all kind of see that? Y'all, I mean, you know, in my opinion, of course.
To the win. Put real power behind some shots and see if you can't turn things around.
So now watch. Now watch this. Now pay attention. Pay attention. Uppercut knockout. It could be. Canelo's uppercuts do go through the guard. And it could be in a situation like this, like when he's on the ropes. And pay attention.
Even if it hastens your demise, at least it gives you a chance.
You see how he was trying to get it through the guard? The uppercut?
Canelo felt that left hook.
Smith is going to close this round with a rally. What courage. As we go to round 8.
Let me see. Where we at? We're going to go right here. This is another key clip right here.
First time I saw Liam Smith move his head all night to avoid a jab.
He had to, Max. Those uppercuts will make you move your head. Those are vicious punches. So he's even throwing it now because he knows what he's doing to him. Now, good work with the left hand by Liam Smith.
Yes, it is. Canelo actually defending well, but Smith, the smart on offense.
So, what if Rocky has him in this situation? Now, obviously, we don't know what's going to happen next week. But if he has him in this situation, Rocky Fielding is a bigger fighter. Fielding is a bigger fighter. He does not want to let Canelo get off the ropes in any way, shape, or form.
First time I saw Liam Smith move his head all night to avoid a jab.
He had to, Max. Those uppercuts will make you move your head. Those are vicious punches. So he's even throwing it now because he knows what he's doing to him. Now, good work with the left hand by Liam Smith.
Yes, it is. Canelo actually defending well, but Smith, the smart on offense, landing some shots.
Very good left hand he has.
Yeah, Canelo, it is inviting him, but we know the gamble that can, it's a gamble. It's a gamble you don't want to take with certain fighters. That's not a good gamble to take. Don't get me wrong, Canelo the man and everything, but I say for a fight like this, hold on. What was I doing? Oh, 1 minute. I don't know. I would advise him to move. Rocky Fielding didn't think he was going to get this shot. He's got nothing to lose, right? Canelo, for the Golovkin, the last two Golovkin fights, Canelo didn't have stamina issues. Remember, the first Golovkin fight, he moved like we never saw him move before. The second fight, he stood his ground and showed, that he didn't gas out. His punches didn't slow down. So Canelo doesn't have the Liam Smith fight. He was at 154 pounds where he shouldn't have been. As you can see, he don't got his beard. He went down to 154 to win that belt to prolong the Golovkin fight. That was clear as day. Because they was like, he's not really a full 154 pounder. But then he fought Chavez Jr. at 164.5. Also, understand that Canelo is going to be probably in the best shape of his career for Rocky Fielding. Why? Is because he don't have to worry about cutting weight. Weigh in 168. Bam. Canelo's not. We're going to get full grass-fed Canelo. I don't know if he's grass-fed. Know that, but if Rocky uses his height, listen, the goal of covering boxing to me is to make sure we talk about all aspects of how fighters can and should win, right? Or if they lose or whatever. So obviously we know that Rocky Fielding is a huge underdog, but as we've seen, underdogs win sometimes. He won't use his height. Yeah. That body's going to be open. Look, this is how, look, even at this random stop right here even shows you Rocky Fielding, like, this is like really his defensive stance. A little bit different. Very good jab. Canelo ate the special steak. Ah, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. You got some clips with Colin Smith. Well, it was only a little clip he got knocked out. And plus, we got to move on to the next subject. We got to move on to the next subject. We got to look at the card, though. Here, let me pull up the card for you. We got to move on to the next subject, bruh. I got Canelo winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if he lose. I'm not going when I do my post-fight video, and if Canelo win, I'm going to be like, yeah, it's, I'm going to tell the shit like it is. But I wouldn't be surprised if he lose. I'm not going to be like, oh my God. Obviously, I'm going to be hype. I'm going to be like, oh shit, motherfucking Canelo motherfucking lost. You think he won't win? No, I think he will win. I think he will win. But I'm not going to be crying all high heaven if he loses. Like, oh, I can't fucking believe it. You know, going up in weight is a big deal. Look at Isaac Dogbe, who was talking about going to 126 and then 130 one day. Look what happened to him. His height limited him. His height limits him. Even Sean Porter, his height limits him. Because he got a 154-pounder body, but he can't, you know, his height, he can't go there. You know?